Let's get into it. Number 1. Victor Osimhen.
I have lost every respect I have for him. That was Victor Osimhen's verdict on Nigeria head coach Finidi George, and it wasn't said quietly. In June 2024, Nigeria faced two crucial World Cup qualifiers. Osimhen, the team's star striker, was injured and ruled out for 4 weeks. He asked to stay with the squad anyway, hoping to support the team from camp. Finidi reportedly told him not to bother and stay with his family instead. Nigeria then failed to win either match. And suddenly, Finidi publicly questioned Osimhen's commitment, saying, "I cannot beg Osimhen to play for us." That was the breaking point. Osimhen fired back with a nearly 10-minute social media rant, raw, emotional, and brutally direct. The language was so intense it doesn't bear repeating here, but one thing was clear. Whatever respect existed between player and manager was completely gone. And when clashes like this happen at the club level, the consequences can be even bigger. Number 2. Gary Sprake. Sometimes hatred doesn't fade with time, it grows. Just ask Gary Sprake. 4 years after leaving Leeds United, the Welsh goalkeeper dropped a bombshell. In a 1977 interview, Sprake accused legendary manager Don Revie of bribing opponents during his time at the club. Revie denied it immediately. So did Sprake's former teammates, who promptly cut ties with him. But Sprake made things worse by naming Leeds captain Billy Bremner as the man who supposedly arranged those bribes. That crossed a line. Bremner sued Sprake for libel, and won. The court awarded him £100,000 in damages, and Sprake was permanently ostracized. What began as bitterness toward a manager ended with his entire football legacy in ruins. Next up, though, the fallout wouldn't take years. It would explode in real time.
Number 3. Roy Keane. Roy Keane never believed in silence, and in 2005, that belief cost him everything. After a humiliating 4-1 loss to Middlesbrough, Manchester United captain Roy Keane recorded a scathing interview for MUTV. He slammed teammates as lazy, questioned their mentality, and accused some of confusing new contracts with real success. Big names like Rio Ferdinand and Darren Fletcher were called out directly, but the interview never aired. Manager Sir Alex Ferguson watched it first and shut it down immediately. He believed Keane had crossed the line, undermining teammates and destabilizing the dressing room. Days later, Keane's contract was terminated. To this day, Keane insists he was right. He believes the club used the interview as an excuse to move him on due to his age. Over the years, he's repeatedly accused Ferguson of disloyalty, self-interest, and even nepotism involving his son. But as dramatic as that breakup was, the next one managed to be even messier. Number 4. Fernando Redondo. Fernando Redondo should have been at the peak of his international career. After starting every match for Argentina at the 1994 World Cup, the future looked secure. But then Argentina appointed Daniel Passarella as head coach, and everything changed. Passarella enforced a strict image policy, banning long hair and earrings. It wasn't about tactics or form, it was about control. And Redondo wasn't having it. "I was in great form," Redondo later said, "but I didn't see what my hair had to do with football," so he refused to cut it. What started as a personal stance quickly turned into a standoff. Even Diego Maradona and Argentina's president tried to mediate, but neither side backed down. The result? Redondo walked away from the national team for 4 years, missing the 1998 World Cup despite being Argentina's best defensive midfielder at the time. And as you'll see, that wouldn't be the last time pride and resentment destroyed a player-manager relationship.
Number 5. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's return to Manchester United was supposed to be a fairy tale. Instead, it ended in one of football's most explosive divorces. By the 2022-23 season, Erik ten Hag had decided Ronaldo was no longer a guaranteed starter, citing form and team balance. Tensions simmered until October 2022. Against Tottenham, Ronaldo refused to come on as a substitute and walked down the tunnel early. Ten Hag responded firmly. Ronaldo was dropped from the squad, forced to train alone, and even denied access to the first-team dressing room. At one point, he had to ask an academy player to retrieve his boots for him. That humiliation was the final straw. Ronaldo went public in a bombshell interview, declaring he had no respect for Erik ten Hag and accusing the club of betraying him. After that, there was no way back. Ronaldo never played for Manchester United again. And just like that, one of the greatest players in history burned his bridge completely, proving that when players and managers clash, no reputation is too big to protect you. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, share it with a fellow football fan, and subscribe for more stories from the game. There's plenty more chaos where this came from.